Hey everyone, Austin here with The Real Seal, back again for another blog video to talk to you about slab foundation repair cost. So if you're living on a slab, meaning you have no crawl space or basement, just have a flat piece of concrete that your house sits on, there are a few things that we can do when it comes to repairing it, but first let's talk about the problems. Slabs can be for small additions, sheds out back, a garage. A lot of times what will happen is that the fill will be poor and compactable. So when they build the home, they put it on loose soil. Think Monty Python, Castle in a Swamp. So the problem here is when it starts to sink, it obviously doesn't sink at the same rate. So part of your home's going to start to sink while the other part of the home is going to stay still. The major issue in this, obviously, is the home's going to be torn apart. You'll see these stair-step brick cracking. That'll kind of signify that part of your home is sunken down while the rest of it has stayed the same. Other symptoms will be windows and doors that don't open or latch properly. You've got those ghost doors or those windows that just stick and you're just having a hard time trying to move them. Or maybe even you had a pane and glass break too. Because as the home started to sink, it pulled everything out of square and it started to break stuff. So how we repair this, we use piers. Depending on the weight, we'll either use a push pier like this, which is driven hydraulically against the weight of the home, or if there isn't enough weight on your home to push this down, we use a helical pier that actually screws it into the ground, and then we attach both of them via brackets underneath the house. So these piers would end up looking similar to this, where you'd have them driven underneath the home in the areas that are affected. Common question is, how far do we drill? As deep as we need to. Depending on the soil structure beneath, you could have layers of weak soil, followed by layers of stronger soil, and eventually bedrock. We usually don't make it to bedrock. We usually make it to what we call supportive strata, which is soil that is deep enough and strong enough to hold our piers in order to hold the home up. This is a bird's eye view, so the floor in this slab will likely look something like this if this part of the home is sinking down. And so not only are you going to have to do these piers to support it, you'd also have to polyjack and lift up the slab on the inside to fill in the void that we're going to create when we lift that slab. For the actual cost of it, when we're talking our piers, you're looking between $2,200 to $2,500 per pier on average. Our piers come with a lifetime warranty, so once we stick them in the ground and support your house, you can rest comfortable knowing that it is supported for decades and decades to come. The average pier job is 8 piers, putting your cost somewhere around the realms of $18,000 for a ballpark. The polyjacking included can add a couple grand on top of it, just depends on how much is involved. But you're looking for slab repair on average, $21,000, give or take depending on the size and scope of the repairs that need to be done at your home. If you have any questions on these repairs, how to spot them, and what you need to do once you do, give us a call over at The Real Seal, where not everything's better when wet.